think Lyncas is kind of an unsung hero on that roster.
I agree. Yeah.
He's going top a lot, guys.
He's going top a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed Kana on the Aurora, which just set up for Naak Nako to have that snowball. So definitely think he's been having a great performance. But I think it does speak volumes to the what has been created on Vitality, which just feels like this bunch of friends who are playing League together. It feels like old school, like back in the day, 2013, 2014, where it's just we're hanging out, we're having a good time.
It feels like the Mad Lion squad really brought back, because that was the energy they had as well. And we'll see here. I really hope that we're not going to get like Cassandra Rumble trade or Sion Rumble, something like that. That would be pretty disappointing after we've been hyping up the top laner so much. But with the Orianna and the Ryze taken out, looks like they're just going to go for the Azir. So high DPS mid for Humanoid here. We'll see if Serin has a spicy pick up towards him.
Yeah, I mean, with the Kali as that first ban there for Vitality.
It's kind of setting up the Azir.
It feels like the Azir should be in a decent spot. We've kind of seen some people going back towards like the Silas is not like an answer for it. Ari can kind of be there. But Serin looked very good in the Akali the other day. So I do like the priority here from Vitality.
Yep.
The Ashe here.
Seraphine.
Are we doing the, you want to do the yay or nay again?
No,
you like the Ashe?
Yay, because I just saw Yoppa going absolutely
actually,
insane
I'm actually
and to set up
usually
plays.
a bit of an Ashe hater. I feel like it doesn't do much. But after seeing Yoppa, he was doing so much damage. Usually when Ashe is picked, it doesn't really provide that raw DPS that you're looking for.
But it's just so circumstantial, right? I think well, they can pick all kinds of things to make our life hell.
Yeah, I think Ashe here, and then maybe even going for the Seraphine, or just going Ashe and then jungle and then Seraphine on 3. It's going to be the Jarvan, even though you see a dash from the Azir. But maybe they're thinking that either they want to force them to pick something like the Corki or the Ezreal, or they're just like, Jarvan's OP no matter what.
Yeah, I thought they'd actually just go for something like the buy. Like, I think you can do that instead.
Vedius and Sao would make more sense.
The only other thing is, like, maybe they're trying to go for an immobile mid here for Serin on 3, and they're just like, okay, we need to get rid of this Jarvan, so then it's not locked in.
Yeah.
Yay.
But it does feel awkward to be playing Jarvan now into the Ezreal
Especially the Ezreal.
Yeah.
At least you have the Nami that you can always look to collapse on, and I think with that Nami lock-in, it's probably 99% going to be Seraphine here on 3. It's kind of a crazy enchanter meta we've ended up in.
Do you like it?
Mixed bag for me. I like the variety. I think you kind of get bored of seeing engaged supports every game, but I think after if it's a full season of this, people will get really bored.
I'm just banning Karma every game. It doesn't matter.
The thing is, it's like you just have so little agency. I think Seraphine a little bit more because you have the big ulti and you can make a huge impact, but Nami is like, unless you're Busio, the bubbles are kind of whatever, so you're just healing people and buffing them up that way. But it seems like we might be getting a more spicy top lane matchup as we head into second phase here, and both teams can start to look to target that top lane role.
If I'm Vitality, I feel like I just target mid though. Like, I already have the Azir, just get rid of more matchups that it can do well into.
True.
And you just set up Humanoid to really be a carry, and Humanoid has looked good on the Azir in the past. But I also think when a Humanoid has been set up for success in mid, like through draft, like we think of picks like the Zoe and that, he's been fantastic. And as you can see,
can't set him up for success. Naak Nako's on your team.
Why not both? Maybe.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
True. Have the ultimate 1-3-1 with
Yeah.
both soul winners. G2 2019.
Music to my ears.
The Nacknoid.
What? Alrighty.
And Aurora being taken out here. So you're right, Dagda. They are looking to target mid. We'll see if they ban one more out. And actually 2 jungle bans from Team Heretics. So they're trying to target Lyncas. It's going to be the Gnar ban, which makes me think probably either a Renekton, Cassandra, or Sion blind pick is the most likely here. But knowing Naak Nako, I think he's more likely to maybe go for that Renekton pick. Although I do think Vitality really wants some sort of front line, so maybe he's then going to decide to go for the Cassandra instead. But doesn't really, he's not a Sion guy, Naak Nako. It's very interesting. We looked at both Kana and Naak Nako, and Kana loves the Sion, while Naak Nako just plays the Cassandra instead. But actually LeBlanc for Serin. Tough champ to execute, I must say.
Yeah, it's not one that I expected with the Ashe Seraphine as well, because I traditionally think of like consistent DPS, because your whole goal is kind of to win out on those longer engagements.
Yeah.
But LeBlanc just wants to blow someone up, and she's not exactly going to have a lot of help to do so. So I'm curious exactly how they want to turn around, even against, again, like we're going to talk about, a lot of mobility on Vitality.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about LeBlanc here is that there's not a lot of lockdown. The only thing you're really worried about is that Pantheon W, but it's quite short range. So LeBlanc can kind of transition into playing like this poking champion later on. And there's that Renekton. Naak Nako's had such great games on it. I think one of the few people that can really justify pulling it out because he's actually able to win lane and then leverage that into being useful later on in the game. We'll see what Lyncas has into it. No, not Lyncas, Tracyn rather. He could pick something a little bit more spicy, but it could also just be a tank, because Seraphine really wants some tanky boys in front of her that she can buff and shield up. So yeah, it looks like it's just going to be the
I mean, not Boo, because it's a good pick, but I always feel so cheated when we get like the last picks and then it's for Nect and Cassante.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting. No. I do feel you there.
But it's fine. Okay, whose comp do you prefer, Dagda?
I think I prefer what Vitality have. I think they've got like good ways to try and play through their mid lane and also through their top side. And Pantheon should be able to have decent control in the early stages. I think the only threat really is Heretics trying to play heavily through that bottom side with the Ashe Seraphine. Maybe look for some invades and try and make the Pantheon's life miserable early.
Pretty hard to play for Ashe, no?
Yeah, I prefer Vitality as well. I do think if Team Heretics can get the ball rolling, that they can. They have a lot of engage, right? With the Jarvan ulti, with the Ashe ult, and then follow up with the Seraphine ult as well. But I prefer Vitality. They have more range, easier execution, and as long as Naak Nako's winning lane, I mean, we've seen it before.
It's also just if you fall behind it, you just don't have any damage with this Ashe Seraphine LeBlanc. Like, you kind of need to be ahead at all points.
Let's see if they are ahead and they stay ahead, or if it's going to be the Naak Nako show once again. Take it away, casters.
Thank you very much, Desk. They seem to be favoring Vitality's composition. Vedius, what are your thoughts on who walked away from pick and ban with the lead?
Well, I'm a contrarian.
Oh, I have learned that about you. Yeah,
the word that Jack used that I think I agree with the most is easier to play.
Okay.
And I think Vitality's comp is easier to play. Sure. But I find that in a meta where mages kind of run the rift, I think LeBlanc offers way more kill threat than people give credit for. But I think you have to be really good at LeBlanc.
Okay.
So if we turn the nameplates off, if we just turn the nameplates off, I still favor Vitality's composition.
Okay, okay. The old bait and switch there. What if we turn the nameplates back on?
Yeah,
do
we turn the nameplates back
do
on.
you believe in Serin's
really favor Vitality's composition.
Oh, no. Hey, Serin had a good series just recently, and I actually want to start off by talking about that because I think that, like, outside of lane, this was where a lot of it came online. In terms of at least like damage per minute, I was very impressed. CS per minute, he was playing a lot of melee champions, so that's not going to be as high up there. He was getting kind of bullied in lane, but he was racking up kills, KP, and also I think once he got out of that laning phase, got much more comfortable. Can he do that with LeBlanc? Do you think that this champion will allow him to do that into the Azir?
I mean, again, on paper, yeah. In theory, but I like it. Like after our first series today, execution has just kind of been a raising question in my mind. You know, your ability to pilot the champion is pretty key in actually making things work out. So that's what I'm going to be tracking, keeping my eyes on. I do think that Heretics basically won 3-0 yesterday is kind of my take. Like, they had such a good lead that they ended up throwing away. Credit to SK for coming back in that game one, but I really did feel like Heretics were just playing super well. And, like, Ice was someone I was keeping my eyes on, but also Tracyn had a really strong performance. I will say that Tracyn now going up against Naak Nako, like, I mean, you guys probably have had similar experiences in North America. Like, you've probably had it recently with, like, Thanatos, where it feels like Thanatos is just so much better than every other top laner.
In lane, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so, Naak Nako, the conversation all of last split was very much about him versus Kana, who is better. And then we got to see them play. And I'm telling you, it was close. Bro, like, they were back and forth. It was super exciting. But, like, the game, I don't think was really determined by top. It was kind of determined by everything else that was going on in the Rift. But Naak Nako has just taken the world by storm in a sense. People are so captivated by his impact and his ability to carry. It feels like it's been so long, I mean, outside of Kana. I mean, because he's a European talent, right? We haven't had to import a talent. So he's a really exciting player that so many people are excited for.
Naak Nako has been performing incredibly well, but Tracyn had a great first series. These are the stats from just the series that they've played so far this split. And I think it goes to your point that they basically 3-0'd. They did throw one of the games, but like Tracyn was a big part of why they were able to get those leads in the games that they won and even that game that they lost. So that made this matchup topside that, you know, going into the split, I think everybody would have said, oh yeah, Naak Nako takes this easy. But now Tracyn put like a little asterisk on it. Like maybe he's got what it takes to actually step up. He is getting shoved into the top lane. It is Cassante versus Renekton, so probably not going to be that much excitement happening in the 1v1 right now. But it's something that we'll keep our eyes on. As the
I mean, it's one of those top lane matchups where, again, like like, not to glaze Naak Nako even more, but just the way that he lanes is actually worth watching. Like, because normally domestically in EU, we pick K'Sante because it's like kind of safe into Renekton and you go even. Naak Nako is one of the few Renekton players that really makes you realize why this is Renekton favorite. And look at what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's standing on the melee minions because he knows how short range K'Sante is. And so he is perma trading to make sure that Tracyn is punished for every single CN. And like, look at his positioning again there, standing on top of that melee minion, and the wave is coming towards it. I mean, like, it's a bit of an awkward spot for him. He's going to push this wave underneath the tower now. The TP is available for Tracyn, so he can just come back into lane. But like, that's now a full wave advantage that he has over, and he's utilizing the minions to make sure that they still die. So like, there's nothing that Tracyn's inherently doing wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, like this is not a flame to Tracyn anyway. He's doing his absolute best in this situation. The fact that he's only a wave down is pretty good, but it's a great demonstration of how oppressive Naak Nako really is during the laning phase.
Also goated observers for showing us that, so we can actually break it down. As Sheo's looking for an invade here on the Raptors. Lyncas will just walk away, actually.
He just kind of got away with that. I mean,
yeah.
That's a good use of your mid-prior right there. LeBlanc, it does have the advantage against Azir early on. Humanoid's forced to go back to base. And so Sheo recognizing that, hey, my LeBlanc can come faster, my LeBlanc has more HP, your Azir needs to base. This is good for me. And Serin's also placed the mid-wave in a really nice spot. It's going to slow push back towards him. So he's pretty happy about that. And ultimately, the bot side of the Rift going very favorably for Heretics here in the early game.
So yeah, I mean, he's at least able to get back to his own side as well and keep farming up, but he's just kind of walked up with the lane push of Serin, and now Serin's back to wave.
So you'll notice he's gone back to base, not taking his Gromp. You might think, why? Well, Crab is spawning in, well, what? Less
30
than,
seconds?
Well, it's less than that, I think. So what his plan is, take the Gromp, potentially, or just go straight to things. So the pings are coming down. It looks like his plan might be just to go straight towards it, or he's just letting his team know that the jungler is likely there as the bot lane looks for a bit of a fight. But that bot side Crab, very important. So he wanted to go back to base, spend the gold before contesting the Crab. Lyncas doing the exact same thing. The only difference in their build is a Ruby Crystal versus a Longsword. But Heretics bot lane taking such a fantastic trade.
Great bubble from Fleshy, because that double root onto Carzzy might have spelled his doom. But yeah, because of this push on the bot side, yeah, Lyncas just completely leaves away that scuttle. Sheo will pick it up, hits level 6.
I love this. Yeah, so this is great adaptation. Love what I'm seeing from both junglers right now, specifically because Lyncas is saying, I don't know if our bot lane can contest, so I'm just going to clear my jungle, go back to base, spend the gold, threaten the counter invade. But he's realizing, oh, hang on a second, I think I'm too slow. I think I'm too late to the play.
Yeah, the red buff wasn't spawned yet.
Yeah, and so they do get a bit of information, but he can't actually steal anything away. So ultimately, this is a net win for Sheo. He now has a half a level lead. He stole away Lyncas' Raptors earlier as well, which is just add insult to injury. And Heretics, I mean, off to a good start here in the early game.
Yeah, it's about the lane prio to allow their jungler to step up and get this lead. And Sheo, and let's see what he can do with that lead at this point, because he hits at level 6 first. Pantheon level 6 is a little funkier, because J4, it's pretty straightforward. You go for the engage. If you find somebody, you can lock him down. Ooh, Serin missing the chains right there. Humanoid walking away from them. But then the Pantheon ultimate, it can either be used anytime you see the J4 go in, or you can use it to just get around the map to places that you're not expected. As Lyncas will actually instead just kind of walk up directly here as Serin bounces back. Takes the Mimic, and I think Lyncas was just covering in case Sheo did look for a play. The ward was placed down. Even though he didn't get that invade off, he at least knew that Sheo was on the top half of the map.
Absolutely.
And he's going to get the Raptors this time.
This time around, he's going to grab them. Still a level, well, half a level behind Sheo as he continues to clear through his camps. It looks like we're in for a slower early game. Chains do connect this time.
Ooh. Good trade there. Humanoid actually gets some damage back and gets the LeBlanc clone out.
But you'll see the level difference now makes Humanoid really uncomfortable. Having that extra bit of HP, and this all comes back from the fact that Serin did set up a slow push towards him, denying Humanoid about half a wave of farm. And so, ulti top.
Naak Nako getting some big damage onto Tracyn, but Tracyn just pathmakers to safety and gets out of there.
But the goal from Naak Nako is to just try and keep this top lane as, well, I guess oppressed is kind of the word that I was thinking of, where he just wants to deny him as much farm as possible. Now the threat of a dive is real, something that Tracyn has to be cautious of. Maybe the proxy will start here.
Yeah, there's one slice, and he will proxy the wave behind the turret. Tracyn will get as many of those as he can under the turret, as Lyncas and Sheo will see each other on the bottom side of the rift. And just wave as he actually, Sheo is walking up. Nope, never mind. Yep, they just wave, walk away. Lyncas completes the back and will pick up the tunneler. So a little more in the inventory right now as Sheo will actually look at the dragon.
Yeah, I don't think that Vitality can afford to contest this. Their comp is a little bit more scaling with both Ezreal and Azir. Azir's early spike is also delayed by the fact that he went early non-magic mantle to buy a little bit more magic resistance as a response to the LeBlanc. And so Heretics taking advantage of the early prior that they have in bot, in mids. Very nice stuff from them.
And now it's going to be a trade of objectives. Dragon secured, and the grubs started off by Lyncas. Serin takes a chunk of damage from Humanoid as the Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming from downtown, and it lands onto Humanoid. Serin doesn't have the chains, but he's got the backup of Sheo. First blood into the Cataclysm.
Okay, so a bit of inspiration from G2 there. Flashbacks to when Caps calls to the arrow mid, and in exactly the same place from Ice as well. Ice throws it down from that tier 3 tower, connects onto Humanoid. He doesn't flash respond in time, meaning that they end up securing first blood. Well played there by Heretics.
Yeah, and it's more gold onto the J4, who is already ahead of Lyncas in the jungle clear. Carzzy jumping onto Ice. The tidal wave's coming out. Ice is able to sidestep it into the True Shot Barrage, but saves Flash, saves Cleanse, and gets out of there.
Okay, but the wave is in a good spot for Carzzy now, slow pushing towards them. Even though there is damage done to these minions, I think it should still go the way of Carzzy, so this amount of farm is going to be denied away from Ice. He's going to help close that gold gap just a little bit.
Serin looking for more chunk onto Humanoid. And bone plating, helping Humanoid stay safe and healthy in this lane. And Serin's actually close to half health, so he's got to be careful. LeBlanc, you kind of play as a poke champion, but Zira is able to answer it back in quick bursts. Kind of playing around your electrocute cooldowns, so they're not able to find as many of those as Lyncas has the Grand Starfall available. He's on vision. There's 2 wards in his jungle, spotting out exactly where he is, so Ice and Wei are very safe right now.
Absolutely.
Sheo's even coming down to hover.
11 minutes. We've had 1 kill, Kangas.
Yep, it's going to be one of those ones.
Yeah.
Usually with J4 Pantheon, I expect.
Yeah, you do, but this is like the pros and cons of Europe. It's sometimes it do be like this, my friend. Sometimes it do be like this.
You know what? Sometimes a nice tranquil game of League of Legends is what we need after that last
series.
series.
There's no way you're still this positive.
Because I
need to instill some like pessimism in you.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to learn the British way of sarcasm and
negativity. Nah, man, you ain't getting this cowboy down. I just love League of Legends.
It's one of the things, every time I go to America, your customer service, everyone is so friendly. As a Brit, it makes me very uncomfortable.
Well, does it make you more comfortable to know that there's a dive happening bot side right now? Flash on the arrow from Fleshy. Throws up the tidal wave onto Serin, but he's still rooted up by the chains. Sheo with another kill as Wei survives the dive on the turret. He's tanking it up. Carzzy's trying to stay alive as Lyncas threw his body down with the Grand Starfall. Has the wave to play with. Serin goes into the passive, has the Mimic up as Humanoid's now coming down. Sheo's trying to get out of there with the Encore flash by Lyncas. Carzzy takes down Wei. Humanoid with the shuffle onto Ice, but he pushes it right into Lyncas, who will fall into double kill to Carzzy. As Sheo and Serin still trying to get out, they get onto Humanoid instead, though, as Carzzy knocks back on the wrong side of the Cataclysm. Sheo with his 3rd kill, and Team Heretics pull off a crazy dive, but it might not be over. Carzzy still looking for it. He gets over the wall onto Serin. No, he's out of there. So Carzzy with the follow-up shutdown. Gold onto the Ezreal.
What is happening? That was 3 kills for 3?
All we have to do is complain that nothing happened in 11 minutes, and then a lot of stuff happened. You know what? You're onto something, Betty.
Okay, Carzzy, you're on a ward. Carzzy, you're on a ward. Sheo, go base, bro. Just go. Let's call it quits. Everyone needs to go home. So the dive onto Vitality's bot lane starts off promising. Fleshy and Carzzy separate themselves. Carzzy, I think, does the right thing of just turning his attention onto Wei and clearing out the wave as quickly as possible. Now Heretics is divided. It's a 2 on one side and 2 on the other. The bot lane of Heretics can't get involved in this skirmish, so Vitality create a numbers advantage. I like the idea here from Sheo. The coordination is good, but Carzzy, great target focus, connects the EQ, connects another Q onto Ice, gets himself a double kill, but now Humanoid's like, uh-oh, I don't know if we have the damage anymore. Sheo gets a heal back, I believe from the Sundered Sky, and then And then at this point, you think, okay, the fight's over, but they interrupt Serin's back.
Oh, speaking of Serin right now, big chunk of this.
He's going to get a big chunk. But look at Carzzy. Like, he now gets 3-0-0. Trinity Force finished.
Yeah, that's a bit of an accelerated Ezreal right there.
Oh my goodness, that was
Q.
Well, that was 2 enhanced Qs.
And shot barrage.
My goodness, yeah. So Ezreal is now, again, what do we say?
What do am I supposed to know this one?
A problem.
A problem.
I thought I taught you
You
this.
did.
I set you up beautifully.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll
No,
try
that's
next
on me.
time. It's all good.
I'm learning. I'm getting
It's okay.
there.
It's okay. I mean, like, Medic probably wouldn't have got it either. If that
Learning
makes
your
you feel any
European
better.
ways. They're mysterious and an enigma as Fleshy throws out the ultimate. Locked in the cataclysm. Serin with the kill credit. Carzzy. Arcane shifts over the wall. Tidal Wave was not enough for Fleshy to live, and Team Heretics find a pick right at the dragon.
You know, there is a point at which overkill probably needs to be used. And that would be one of those situations.
Yeah.
Like Nami isn't that dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, they threw a lot to kill Fleshy. They wanted to get that kill on the board, and they will. I think
it's like when you go fishing with dynamite, you know? It's just like you don't need that much firepower. Brother.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the dynamite came through his ultimate when he slam dunked it.
Yep. But it does get them a pick, and it's going to get them a dragon, most likely. Lyncas is hovering around, but Share Flag and Drags threatens Lyncas away, and that is a secured second Drake for Team Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it works out for Heretics. They bounce right back, get themselves a kill, get themselves the dragon, looking very comfy. Meanwhile, check in on top lane. That small CS lead has grown to 20, and because of all the plates that Naak Nako's bringing, that tower's almost dead.
Yep.
He has single-handedly almost secured that tower. The TP's going to come back in. I mean, this wave isn't going to be enough to secure the tower, that's for sure. But now Naak Nako knows he has a TP advantage, but there's no dragon to play for, so he's unlikely to use it.
Didn't need it. Had it available for the dragon, but now he can probably just use it to come back to lane if he wants to.
Tracyn. No, they're swapping it up. They're going to send the Azir up top. They want to have the TP advantage for Herald. So he can go to bot, he can catch that wave, he can start chipping away at that tower. That top tower, the damage is already done, right?
Also, it's all armor on Tracyn as Lyncas finds Serin, gets a big chunk onto him. Tracyn has so much armor, no magic resist, so Humanoid will be able to do damage.
Good spot there.
Carzzy throws out the tidal wave, lands onto Sheo, falls over the Aqua Prism, but the arrow lands onto Lyncas. He cannot follow up, so nobody goes down on either side, just a exchange of some ultimate cooldowns. As it's the arrow for the tidal wave, essentially. And the Herald's not even be claimed on either side, so
I think
we're just
Vitality
testing each other.
Start this one off, though. They now have an ult advantage. Oh, I say that. Fleshy, Ice. Yeah, okay, maybe not as much of an advantage as I thought. Sheo still has his. The fight for the mid wave continues. And the Renekton's proxy. Yep, of course he is. 1.2k the goal lead now for Naak Nako as he continues to do his thing on the side lane. So I think Naak Nako's comms this game will be, guys, is Ash's flash up? Because if the answer is no, I think he becomes a man of focus.
He has one target he needs to deal with, and if he's able to get onto them. But right now the target is a 1v2 as Naak Nako finds himself with both solo laners. He's in some trouble, all out and over the wall, under the turret. He's still trying to survive, but cannot. The turret shot will be enough. Vitality will trade their top laner for the Herald.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting out of that one. He doesn't bother wasting his flash. They give the kill over to Tracyn. He's going to close that gold gap ever so slightly. The consequence of this is top wave was pushed heavily. The top tower was secured by Vitality. They also got a plate in the top lane. So a nice gold injection for Humanoid. He's going to be pretty happy with that. As you can see, he's now looking like a Rylai's second item, providing a little bit more utility to the team. Meanwhile, the bot wave is going to be pushed in, and notice again, they're keeping Humanoid into that matchup. Very likely, due to what you were saying earlier, his limited magic resistance means that Humanoid just feels like he's a better matchup into this Cassante.
And Tracyn got even more armor. He got a cloth armor on top of what he already had, so he's definitely not indexing towards that matchup. He's going to go for a reset. We saw this happen before, where the moment they saw the Azir, they swapped him back bot side, sent Serin top. Seems like they're going to do the same thing right now, as both Serin and Tracyn are going for their resets. And yep, the LeBlanc's heading to the bottom side. Casante's heading to the top side. This time around, though, no neutral objectives for 1:50. That's when the next dragon will come up, so not much to fight over. And the current game state slightly favors Heretics in the gold department, but pretty much all that's just Sheo. It's 2-item J4. He's been the benefactor of a lot of the kills for this team.
Okay, so as we kind of enter this neutral state, both teams are desperately trying to get as close to that second item finish as possible. Once they've got it, that dragon contest, obviously, as you were highlighting, going to be the most important thing. They haven't really leveraged Naak Nako's TP at all. So remember that Tracyn TP'd to top. They had a TP advantage. Naak Nako wasn't really able to use it, in part because of his death. I mean, they got the Herald anyway. The game plan was probably we go Herald, you then TP. So I guess you could argue a bit of a mistake there from Naak Nako to even be that deep when the game plan should have been you have TP advantage. Can you keep him bot lane and then just TP into us when we start Herald? But at the end of the day, they get the objective that they wanted. Serin goes for a bit of a trade as that bot tower becomes what Humanoid is eyeing up right now.
Yeah, even though Team Heretics have that slight gold lead, it still feels like Vitality are the ones hunting. Despite the fact that Sheo has a gold lead and he is on the J4, I've seen more kind of proactive looks here from Lyncas, from Naak Nako. I mean, a lot of that is just Naak Nako being a thorn in the side lane. But even here, like, Carzzy's able to push another wave mid, get a plate for himself. Dragon's coming up now in 25 seconds time as we see a reset from Fleshy. This is the last moment to really reset and spend your gold if you have any in your pocket, so Carzzy will look to do the same. Dragon at 15, though. Carzzy might not actually be up to contest if Heretics rip it right away.
What? Like he's won. Oh, he wants the pickaxe just before the fight. Okay.
Sure.
So he just wants that extra bit of damage. Makes sense. He's got now the upgraded Muramana. Fun fact, the way I always remember it is Muramana means more mana.
Oh, even more than the mana Munich.
Exactly. So,
which is... okay, we're going to get back to that route onto Lyncas as he has the Aegis Assault trying to tank it out, but the arrow lands. Tracyn gets the kill, and Team Heretics make quick work of Lyncas in the jungle as Naak Nako has now joined up with the team, but the Dragon's already down. Team Heretics have a 5v4. Naak Nako is big, but he can't buy infinite space for the team. His health bar is going down, and Team Heretics will get the objective and walk away.
Yeah, I mean, the Pantheon did not get to move. The chain CC that went on to Lyncas made it impossible for him to do much outside of throw out his shield to mitigate some of the damage that was coming through from Heretics. They put themselves on sole point and have been driving this game forward pretty much since the very start. There was a bit of a fumble where Carzzy got a triple kill, but that really hasn't amounted to much. And Vitality, they're being kited. They're being kited extremely well. Naak Nako takes a chunk of his HP bar as Serin finds a nice trade. We go back into the replay though and watch Lyncas. He's the one face checking. He takes a chunk of damage. Chain CC, CC. Doesn't get to move at all. And with the jungler gone, no threat of a smite, even if Vitality's ready to fight, they just don't have anything. They don't have the resources. And again, we find ourselves in a situation where Ashe, Seraphine, it's annoying.
It's so oppressive. I mean, you got the Pantheon shield for like 1.5 seconds, whatever the total channel time of it is, and then he just dies immediately after. The tidal wave will come out here. Team Heretics not quite able to crack that outer turret in the mid lane, but they're close. But yeah, it's just so hard to actually deal with the amount of CC chain on Team Heretics' side. They've been playing a very clean game so far, and it's looking better than things were last time around. They ended, lock-in pretty well in terms of, the best of ones.
They made playoffs, which a lot of people didn't expect.
Yeah, but then they did. The big story for this team was that one roster change in the bot lane. Wade coming in for Stend. But then we have this quote from Hidan. We have the roster that we want, both short-term and long-term, and they were talking about the difference of, they want to commit to a long-term roster, but when there's clear issues that they're seeing, they need to patch those up. So a lot of people were confused to see a roster change for this team.
I mean, the only roster change as well.
Yeah.
I mean, so far in this game, it's looking promising for sure. Let's see if they can close this one out, though. Often on Sheo rosters, and even last year, a lot of the conversation for Sheo was like, it feels like he is the lifeblood of Heretics. And back when he played on VDS, we saw that it was a little bit more of a quiet force, but he was super consistent. I think we got to see how much of an impact he has on a team last year, more so, when he was kind of surrounded by younger players. I mean, the conversation of him even being MVP came up just because of how impactful he was.
Wow.
But yeah, this year it's the Magic, the final week of the best of ones. They kind of did the run that Lost Retones needed to do. They just needed to win all of their games to make it to playoffs, and that's exactly what they did. And
4 in a row.
Yeah, credit to them and making those roster change so far.
And Wei has been a great addition. One of the big things that we were talking about was like in laning phase, but I'd say out of laning phase, he's looked fantastic as well. And we even have, I believe that this is the highest first blood participation percentage in the league so far. Now it's only week 1, right? Like they played 1 series, not many games have been played, but still, like they wanted to upgrade the firepower of the bot lane for laning phase in particular. And if Wei's also able to kind of synergize with the team when it comes to these dragon setups, you know, he's the one that landed the first CC onto Lyncas when he face checked there, and then everybody followed up on it. So, yeah, Team Heretics looking like a solid team right now. They're up in gold. They have the dragon control again as Fleshy just gets chunked out. Will survive with his life for now, but minute 15 till that dragon soul fight. Vitality are going to have to find a way to get in there. And it's just so difficult when you have LeBlanc, you have the Ashe Seraphine to deal with. Not many ways that they can approach if they don't have any vision down.
You know what I'm really looking forward to should Heretics win this game? Man, you can just say no. You don't have to. That's not a trick question. You can just.
I thought this was another test.
No, it's not a test. I'm just saying. Do you know what I'll be really excited for if Heretics win this game?
No, I don't, Vedius. What would they be really excited
The
for?
analysts having to justify how they thought that Vitality had a better comp.
Ooh, that's a good. Wait, didn't you also?
No, actually, I'm pretty sure I said Heretics.
Yeah.
I think had the superior comp. Didn't I say that?
You did say you're a contrarian.
Yeah.
So I think that really summarized.
Yeah.
The point that you were
I
trying
like to play both sides, as I would say.
Always come out on top.
One could say that I like to ignite flames to antagonize or rage bait, perhaps.
I think rage bait is the accurate description for that
Ooh,
one. As Naak Nako finds himself without a lot of backup. There's Serin and Sheo nearby. Lyncas is hovering. Dominus popped early for Naak Nako as he was worried about the all-in, but that means no Dominus now for the dragon fight. It hasn't spawned yet. Carzzy just does 0 damage to Sheo.
That was quite funny.
Yeah.
Carzzy he landed every single Q and Tracyn took 0 damage.
And there's the arrow onto Carzzy. Instant cleanse. Arcane shift over the wall, teleporting flank ward for Serin as the LeBlanc has an angle right now. And remember, Naak Nako, no Dominus available. So they're not even halfway up cooldown. So Team Heretics have a big window of strength. Serin jumps over, but he goes right back into Naak Nako's waiting arms. The Renekton shredding through the LeBlanc and pushing Serin back. Completely turned the dynamics of this fight as Vitality now just don't hit the dragon. Sheo's hovering in there, but his team's not on it either. Tracyn has now tagged in for Naak Nako, but he's also low on health. So now Team Heretics need to find their angle. Do they go for the dragon? Do they go for the Naak Nako flank? They're losing both sides, but they almost take down Lyncas as the Pantheon chunked all the way down. Has the ultimate available, still could look for a reset, but instead it's a flash from Wei, lands the Encore on the 1, but the True Shot Barrage, huge chunk out of Serin. Meanwhile, the 1v1, Naak Nako takes it, Tracyn shut down, Sheo's out of there, Lyncas stuck around for the dragon, and Vitality get the objective in the fight.
My goodness, in the war of attrition, it is Vitality that come out on top. I think Tracyn made a mistake, choosing to isolate Naak Nako and say, let's play the 1v1, because the fight was so long, Naak Nako's ult came back. It came back. So in the isolated 1v1, Naak Nako had the edge. I mean, when you pop that ulti from Tracyn, yes, you do more damage, but you reduce those resistances. You make it easier for him to kill you. And so Naak Nako walks away with the solo kill, and the moment Tracyn's gone, then the front line disappears. So keep your eyes on Tracyn. He's already at 50% HP, so he throws out the ultimate, and he's saying, you know what, this is fine. Misses a couple skill shots, gets the shield, poke continues to come down, but now the Dominus is going to come back up soon. Naak Nako's running away. It becomes isolated. He thinks he's got the win here. He's buying time, and there's the Dominus. Now he knows that he's going to win out. Flashes in, gets the kill. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, with him gone, that's the go signal. The poke that's landing from Carzzy and Humanoid was enough to get Serin very low. Ice was being chipped apart, but it's fascinating that in this war of like back and forth, like the thing is, you might be wondering, why doesn't Sheo just commit to the fight? Who does he commit on to? Because you've got the jump away from the Ezreal, you've got the dash away from the Azir, you've got the ulti with the Azir as well. Like, it's not that easy for him to just pick a target and engage, which is why you've been seeing them focus a lot on the Nami, especially.
Yeah, Fleshy has been chunked, but not died in a lot of those attempts, and he still has Flash and Heal available, so he's been playing it pretty well, and the other targets, like you had highlighted, have so much mobility. But to me, it's just still the Naak Nako show. It comes down to that so often. He's able to win the one going on the side. Now Team Heretics are going for the Baron.
Oh, damn.
Humanoid's on the bottom wave, shoving that in. Has the teleport, will start to channel it now. Naak Nako chunked by Serin. Under half health, has the dominance available as the tidal wave will not connect. Pops the dominance. Team Heretics look to turn, but Naak Nako's just dancing around them. Serin has to flash away as Tracyn Pathmakers back to safety. The arrow goes wide. Humanoid not touched up by that one as the two-shot barrage from Carzzy does big damage to the backline. Team Heretics chunked low, but the Baron is still aggroed. Vitality are in the pit. Lyncas can look for the Baron steal as Sheo goes into the Guardian Angel. Vitality push out Team Heretics. Get the Baron, kill Sheo, Carzzy on a rampage, and Vitality walk away with the bomb.
My goodness, it feels as though both teams are hitting each other, but Vitality's HP bars are largely staying the same, whereas Heretics just keeps going down. Baron secured for Vitality, and they're looking good. No.
Does this count as a curse?
I don't think it counts as a curse.
Oh, flash from Ice over Humanoid. Shuffles able to outplay that one. True shot barrage will land. Oh. Humanoid goes down. Serin had the damage for it. Team Heretics. Smooth moves from Ice right there.
So you may not know this, but Humanoid has a bit of a reputation.
Yeah.
Mainly for dying on side lanes.
Okay.
But sometimes he does just die.
Yes.
So a bit of an over-ambitious play there. And,
But imagine if it works.
But imagine. That's what he was thinking. He was just like...
I'm sure he wasn't thinking, oh, he's going to flash this. He was probably thinking, oh, this is going to look...
No, actually, he's typing team, got us flash.
True.
Anyway, let's look back at the fight. Naak Nako takes a chunk of damage. He's trying to draw out what resources he can. Nice damage connecting onto Serin. The poke from Carzzy is what you need to keep your eyes on as he connects it onto 3. Good chip damage initially. Serin's getting outranged by Humanoid, who continues to chip away at their HP bar. Naak Nako and Lyncas trying to tank aggro. Good stun onto Serin as well.
Humanoid.
And then Humanoid on the side, just using the soldiers to chip away. And these very long fights, they're just going the way of Vitality because their damage is landing.
Yeah, that was ideal positioning for Nazir. He's like, okay, the Cassante and the J4 are not looking at me, and I can just free fire on them. And look at that gold graph. It was in Heretics control until it wasn't. And Vedius, what was that you were saying about which team composition you favored? Are we now
As I said, Vitality's calm.
This is
yeah,
true.
That's what he said.
I actually think you
quote.
did say that
Yeah,
one.
I did say that. So,
Okay.
yeah,
We're all on the
now,
same page
the
now.
analysts are going to be really happy because the outcome of the game meant that they were right.
Yeah.
Assuming Vitality win, which they haven't done yet.
If I've learned anything about the few LEC games I've casted, it's that I have no idea who's going to win this game.
The game is not over till the Nexus falls, my friend.
Honestly, SK could show up and win this game. Anything could happen. Anything could happen here.
You know what? You're right. I believe it. With a steel chair from the side.
Get leader in the game.
Ooh, Carzzy, let's... Okay.
It goes out, not going to land.
Whose fault was that? Was that Fleshy using his ulti a little bit too eagerly? Or was that him paranoid that Carzzy's going to kill himself? Which one was that?
Maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, as Humanoid will jump onto Serin, who TP'd to the top lane. So this was Dragon Soul, but Team Heretics clearly were not confident in their setup because they TP'd Serin up to get a turret instead.
So
Lyncas
they can't
will get
approach their
turret.
own tower without getting chipped away at. Like the poke of Ezreal plus Azir, I mean, it's so annoying. Lyncas, have you just died?
He's got the Aegis Assault. The arrow will not land on the Pantheon. He'll get onto Fleshy instead. So Sheo keeps going forward. Serin on the killing spree. Lyncas is down. Fleshy did survive Flash and heal, but that's a pick for Team Heretics.
Here's what I'll say. Curses aren't real.
No, here's what you'll say. Team Heretics' comp is really good.
I was tempted. No, but I won't say that. Curses aren't real. But Vedi possessing supernatural abilities, that I'm willing to believe.
Oh, okay. You're starting to come around to it. This is your, like, the first 30 minutes in the movie where you're starting to, like, discover your powers.
Correct.
You're like, wait, what? I can do that?
Yeah. I mean, let's test it.
Did you ever get that $1 million earlier?
No.
Was the briefcase delivered?
Nice try, though.
That's a sorry, €1 million.
There's
my American brain.
Surely from this position, there's no way Vitality can lose this game. Surely. I mean, let's put it
to do with you, man.
Let's do the test. Like, let's test it.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't think Vitality
It is
can lose.
impossible for Vitality to lose this game.
I think so.
Their chances of losing this game
is too much. There's not enough lockdown on the Azir and the Ezreal. It doesn't matter that Humanoid is 0-3. He has a death cap. Like, it just doesn't, like, they can't. Heretics can't.
Vitality's chances of losing this game are faker than a politician on the campaign trail. It's impossible.
Sure. That doesn't really mean much here in the Europe.
No,
but
it's not
I am quite familiar with American politics, so I got that one.
A lot of promises made,
yeah.
not kept. Team Heretics have the wave in the mid lane moving out. And again, Serin is playing a great game here. 3-1-6 on the LeBlanc. He jumped onto the Carzzy, but just choked down.
Hang on. Oh. One champ's supposed to do that to the other champ, and I feel like that did not go the way that I thought it was going to. Carzzy, he hit Serin with a steel chair. That's what he just did.
Usually when a LeBlanc jumps onto an 80 carry, that's bad news for the 80 carry.
Generally, but it turns out that that's not the case when it comes to Carzzy. Carzzy's the guy that says, who's trapped in here with who? That's it. Okay.
That's why Fleshy throws out the tidal wave so early.
That's why,
you never know what's going to happen with Carzzy.
You're right. You're completely right. Yeah, that's true. But again, so far, things looking good for Vitality. Gold lead isn't monstrous, but we've said this too many times today. It doesn't really matter. You just need to look at the items, to be completely honest with you.
So let's do a quick inventory because Baron's up in 10 seconds, so we don't have a lot of time here. Currently, Serin does not have the death cap completed, so still working toward that third item. Humanoid went for an earlier death cap. So
fourth item.
Yeah.
For Serin.
Yeah, fourth item for Serin, yeah. Oh, so yes. If he is able to finish that, he's well ahead of Humanoid in that department.
But he's quite close to Void Staff. They're probably about the similar sort of gold in terms of completing both those items.
All right, now Team Heretics control the access point to the Baron. Vitality are trying to hit this wave. Ice is answering it in kind.
Bro, Naak Nako bought an arm guard.
And a Negatron.
Does Renekton ult scale with AP? It does, right? I'm pretty sure it does.
I'm unsure.
I think it does. I'm pretty sure it scales with AP, and then it's also based off of your max health, I think.
Okay. A lot of champions have really odd AP scaling, just kind of hidden in their kit somewhere. But I think the bigger part is that you're going for the stasis. Naak Nako's got the GA plus the Seeker's Arm Guard. This guy just always entertains with how he plays top lane as Serin gets stunned up here by Lyncas.
I mean, Serin, bless his heart, he is doing what you need to do on LeBlanc, right? Which is you sit in fog, you go over the wall, chunk someone out, dash back. That every time he goes over the wall, he comes back and he has horror stories to tell his team.
Don't go in there, guys.
Just don't, bro.
It's not safe.
It's not safe at all. The dark is scary and full of terrors.
Yeah. As we're going to see some resets from Team Heretics, but Vitality are not going to go right for the Baron.
I just had this image of a cartoon in my head of LeBlanc like, I'll go over and check what's happening. Yeah. Blinks back, bruises all over her face. No, it's bad.
It's like in Star Wars, where it's like Han like charges and then he's just running back. Ah!
Yeah. Right, Dragon, here we go. Okay. Heretics, first on the Soul. They do have that one deep ward right back here for a potential TP flank.
And we do have Serin again going in to the dark and scary night, as he's going to have to reset once again. Has the teleport available to jump back towards the dragon.
Sidestepping every skill shot right now. Can't sidestep that one. Ooh, good damage from Ice.
Yeah, trying to get that poke down. Trying to pepper the front line as much as he can. Teleport in from Serin. Will not have another opportunity to do that, as Naak Nako pressed TP to go 5 feet upwards. All right, Tracyn controlling the banana brush as Team Heretics still have access point on the river here. Focus onto the Dragon. True Shot Barrage will only hit onto Tracyn as Naak Nako jumps onto Serin. That splash onto the LeBlanc. The tidal wave will land. Ooh. Naak Nako flashes, gets on the way. Naak Nako goes into the stasis as Vitality's frontliner is just 1v4 by an infinite space for Vitality. Guardian Angel pop. Team Heretics instant stun him out of it, but in comes Lyncas to save his top laner's life. Job's done. Get your man out of there. Vitality control the dragon fight and earn themselves the soul.
Beautiful play by Naak Nako.
Point, actually. That's only their third.
They go 3-3. Naak Nako, I mean, it ends up being a trade of GAs because Sheo does a similar thing on the other side of the fight. He dives in, he commits his GA, he commits the ultimate saying, I know I'm going to die, but I've got to buy space for my team. Naak Nako finds a beautiful angle, flashes in, gets a ton of damage down. Sheo does something similar, but he pops almost immediately, whereas it feels like Naak Nako is this immovable wall that does so much damage as well. Look, they're all half HP, they know the fight can't continue. And then Lyncas comes in, providing that shield, helping his top laner get away to safety. But look at the picture-in-picture. You'll see the Heretics making a smart call. They're going to rush towards the Baron, try and take it before Vitality can react.
No all-out for the Cassante, no encore for the Seraphine, but they still have Cataclysm, they still have Arrow. Vitality are going to have to find a way to get in here. The Arrow goes out, instant cleanse by Carzzy, but Serin jumped on top of him. The Baron is secured. Sheo picks that one up for Heretics as Lyncas jumps onto Tracyn. Naak Nako, big chunk, but he stuns up Serin. They got him! LeBlanc's out of there, Tracyn's out of there, solo laners down. Heretics get the Baron, but at what cost? In comes Lyncas with the Grand Starfall, double kill to Naak Nako. You get the objective, but you're gonna lose the game. Vitality with the ace.
The alligator death roll was lethal onto Serin as he got a foot too close to the angry alligator, and Naak Nako shuts him down. 4 members alive, they'll set their sights on the Nexus.
The death timers are simply too long in a 40-minute game. Vitality just had to hold the line long enough. They don't need the Baron, they just need the team fight. GG, Vitality take game number 1.
Wow. Naak Nako, he made his impact in the team fights.
But are you not in the least point disappointed that you don't have superpowers?
No, I'm actually completely fine with that.
Really?
Because I'm so intelligent, it's good to know that I am just a mortal man.
So you'd be like the Tony Stark of the
exactly.
of the LEC
the
Avengers.
Tony Stark.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you just need your brain. And that broadcast.
Okay, you're enabling this too much. I need normally Medic would have shut me down at this point or like hit me in the stomach.
Man,
yeah, no,
Betty.
that's not.
I'm
Again, we need more pessimism. We need you to
predicted the draft right now because I know you can.
I definitely cannot.
No.
All right. Akali ban immediately normally leads to Orianna, but we knew that Orianna would get banned. So Orianna Azir is normally why you'd ban away Akali. Maybe they were just worried because of what Serin has brought out already. So, okay, the Rumble first pick. That should not really be a surprise. I should have been able to predict that one. I was too busy looking up at what they played yesterday.
Okay, you were distracted.
I was.
Yeah. You would have gotten it. Rumble for Naak Nako. Carry of the team, and I like that the analyst made such a big point to show that Carzzy was also a big reason and the primary reason that they were able to get across the finish line in that last game. Naak Nako, it was fun seeing him hold the line for so long, but it was Carzzy doing all the damage. Now Naak Nako has something that can do a lot of damage himself in team fights as well, and it's going to be Lulu Answer on the side of Team Heretics.
I have been saying all year, teams need to pick Blitzcrank. I think it is...
You mentioned Pike earlier, too.
I mention it all the time. I think it's so good into Lulu, man. I genuinely think it's so good. She gets hooked in, she gets thrown in the air, and then she gets one shot.
Fleshy does play hook champions. I remember casting back in like Immortals Academy back in the day. And
I mean, they're not going to do it.
Like
they're going to pick like Corki Nami or... I mean, Nami's already gone. You can't pick Corki Nami.
You can't go Ezreal Karma. Ezreal's gone.
They can't do Ezreal Bard either. Haha, Fleshy, come on now.
They're going to go Yanara Melio.
No. No.
Well, it takes the Yanara from the Lulu. Melio.
No, I mean, those are all... The Yanara is a very sensible suggestion. You speak a lot of sense. But there's a difference between what makes sense and what I want.
Oh, true.
Oh, they can do Caitlyn Bard.
Blitz?
Damn it.
Oh.
Caitlyn Blitz is so goated.
That would have been so cool.
Ah, unlucky. Oh, well, we're going to get Bard. I mean, it's fine. There's a lot of roaming. Yeah, I mean, Bard's cool.
Most played champion on my account.
Yeah, I heard you have a 40% win rate on the chat.
Oh, you read that on the prompter because the producers looked it up to flame me.
No, I just knew that. I did my research.
You just look up the accounts or
Nah, Flowers told me, actually. He was like, don't let him play Bard.
No, Flowers got to witness an incredible Bard game of mine that I played on his stream.
Really?
Go check out his Twitch
Was
channel.
that when he was streaming bronze games?
It was viewer games.
Okay, that was actually I did a diss there. That was a clever diss that I just did.
If the producers could find that, just pull up the stats from that game alone.
Our stats don't cherry pick for casters. Sorry. We only cherry pick.
But I'm a guest caster.
Nah, sorry.
So they need to be nice to me, right?
No, absolutely
I'm here for
not.
another week.
No. Scion locked in for Heretics. Looks like we're just going to be getting something safe and stable to try and deal with the Rumble up on the top side of the Rift. Vi going to be removed as they look to pinch the pool for jungle options for Vitality. Lyncas, though, he's already shown us Aatrox this split. He's shown us Nefiri. I think you could consider both into this matchup. I understand where the Vi ban comes through, though, given that Vi, Pantheon, Jarvan, and Xin are kind of the main 4 junglers that we're seeing all over the world.
I don't hate Nefiri here, as that would be... It's such a great tool to just avoid the Scion engages, the Scion Decimate smashes. You can win the skirmishes with the Zinja once you're able to hit your items. And
Don't they just ban Aphelios here?
it's kind of annoying in general. Yeah, I mean, the Inar ban makes a lot of sense. Aphelios would also as well, because you're just taking away these pairings with the Lulu, and at that point, I mean, like...
But Ice is... So Ice is a big Jinx player, and he's a big Zeri player. So he probably doesn't care that much. I wonder if he will do Jinx here, though. I'm assuming they're banning Aphelios anyway.
Yeah, I feel like Zeri into lane Caitlyn's tough. Aurora instead, so leaving the Aphelios up, basically handshaking that and saying, no, we want to take away one of these strong solo lane options.
Now, I have found out from our stats team, we've been given some, what seem to be fake stats.
This happened!
Game, but we can talk about that when we get into game, but that's really interesting. I'll need to get them double-checked on this information, because that seems very unrealistic.
It happened live?
Yeah, okay. Well, we can fact-check that. In any case, we're now moving into the second phase. Oh, Civit! Okay, of all the options that I listed, this wasn't one of them. There we go. See, I knew I was smart.
Jinx instead of the Aphelios.
Yeah,
Look at that. The big brain Vedius. Well, I mean, can't predict the entire draft.
It's almost like players have tendencies. Yeah, I've cast Ice for a while now, and back in the... I mean, I think he came to Europe during the Jinx Aphelios meta. So pretty much all I knew him for at the time was Jinx and Aphelios. But since then, yeah, he's shown that Jinx and Aphelios are kind of his go-tos. But I think he just wants the extra range from the Jinx, which is a large part of why he's doing it. Very front to back on the side of Heretics. Makes a lot of sense. Vitality's is a little bit more chaotic. It's kind of how I describe comps like this. They don't have a true front line. It's difficult for them to face check. They're very reliant on Bar getting vision in advance and then not having that vision cleared out in order to contest objectives. They need something like... I mean, Galio would be good here. Okay, Victor's fine. The only reason why I said Galio would be good was because like they just have no real front line. I think Victor works because it's a long-range safe mage that scales well, and it kind of fits into the theme of strong team fighting. That's a funny Zed hover.
I mean, imagine. Could you imagine?
I think it's more of a shout-out to their series yesterday. Though.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Really good here, man. Okay. Way.
So very, very front to back from Heretics. Like you've got your control mid, you've got somewhat engaged coming through from your jungler with solid follow-up from the Lulu. You've got Jinx that basically just needs a wall, which she's going to get from both Xin and Sion. She's got lots of peel thanks to the Lulu. There's also the only real backline threat is Wukong. When he goes into the backline, if he can get there, knocks up, the Rumble ultimate comes down. A lot of AoE wombo combo stuff comes through from Vitality. They do still have a lot of range themselves from the Caitlyn, but the race will be which frontline dies first. Vitality have decided to go for multiple damage threats. So in theory, they can kill your front line faster than you can kill one of their carries, but obviously that's very determined on who gets ahead early, and if the tank gets ahead early, then obviously things get much harder for Vitality.
And also, anytime I see a Jinx, I always like to remind the viewers and myself, it just takes one. You get that one kill, you get the Jinx passive, you get excited, you can run away with a team fight, and when you don't have the dedicated frontline tank on Vitality, it gets much scarier to be the Wukong going in, scarier to be the Rumble going in, because you have a smaller health bar for that Jinx to chunk through, and that one reset can completely skew the team fight. So, Vitality versus Team Heretics, round 2. Right around the corner here. And yeah, Vitality, they looked solid. We heard Jack saying that he thinks that they're in his A tier. Is that where he put them? I believe it was A tier.
A tier, yeah.
The A tier team takes on Team Heretics. Let's see if they're able to sweep this one 2-0, or if we have a third game ahead of us, which would be the trend so far in the LEC Spring Split.
Absolutely. We've been getting a lot of full 3 games, except for when Koi got very angry and decided, yeah, enough of this.
Yep. They had a fire lit.
Hang on. Yeah. I'm hearing like heavenly music. Is this the new Demacia like Rift theme?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just outed yourself. You haven't been playing Summoner's Rift?
Not recently, no. I was in Brazil for a week.
We'll get some games in while I'm here. I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. It's been going great. I'm having a good time with it.
Someone asked the question, why would you pick Jinx into Rumble Bard? That's a great question. It's a very valid point. Low mobility AD carry, doesn't have any inbuilt dashes. Means that Bard can easily punish. Rumble Ultimate also makes things hard to play for Jinx. The main reason I think that they picked Jinx is comfort. I think that Ice likes Jinx, and I think that they needed a hyper carry to pair alongside Lulu, and so they picked it. And it's also in the laning phase, Jinx gets extra range when she swaps to her rocket form, which helps her contest the wave against Caitlyn, which is something that not many AD carries can do. Normally, one of the champions that you pick into a Caitlyn is stuff like Ashe.
Ooh, big chunk on the way right there. The electrocute bar.
Heal, though. Heal. The movement speed allowed way to sidestep the Q. But there you go. Reasons as to why you might pick Jinx into this comp. We'll see how effective Ice can be on the champ.
Also, answer number 2. Jinx notorious for getting a lot of pentakills. I hear Ice likes those.
Yeah, that's true. He does get quite a few pentakills, or at least he did last split. I think he's tied with Reckless for the most pentakills.
Really?
I forget exactly the... Yeah,
I would love if production could check that.
He's been in the league now. Cool. Like, he played on BDS for, I think, 2 years, and then he joined Heretics. So I think he's been here for about 3 years, and he got... Oh,
talking about
dead.
The heals used. Flash from Fleshy to get the Cosmic Binding into the wall. Way is out of there. First blood to Carzzy as Ice ghosts away.
So that's bad for Heretics bot lane. Generally, Lulu and Jinx shouldn't really be dying to a barred Caitlyn.
Noted.
But Fleshy. Flash Q connects the binding. You have to immediately flash his way, otherwise you're going to get rooted by the Caitlyn trap. And Lyncas now, thanks to his newfound prio that he's acquired in the bottom lane, says, hey, that looks like a tasty crab. Have that for dinner.
Yeah, and this was because also Wei didn't have the heal anymore. So I think that's kind of what sets up Fleshy to have this confidence.
Oh, nice flash. Beautifully done there. And Carzzy, the only downside for him is he has to commit his flash. He's now a little bit vulnerable. Sheo, though, in the mid lane area.
And be spotted by Lyncas, but instead Sheo just jumps straight in onto Humanoid. One becomes Lightning with the audacious charge, but Serin's too low in the health department to really back this up. So Humanoid's able to walk away, not having to burn flash.
Okay, so Ice is tied with Reckless and pentakills in the LEC
at 6. Oh, flash audacious charge with the knock-up on a Humanoid. He has to flash away, throws out the Q, and that's enough.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Humanoid wasn't expecting that. He still gets away to safety, though. Flashes traded between jungle and mids. So Sheo, he's eager to be active on the Rift, but he needs to get back to those camps, get those clear, get that clear going. The problem for him is he got double crab. Lyncas is now very accelerated. He got the bot crab, and then he gets the top crab because Serin was pushed underneath his tower, and he had to go back to base. So Sheo is a little bit sad right now. This is a camp down. Well, he's one that, actually. He's 2 camps down, isn't he? Because he didn't get a crab.
Yeah. And Lyncas is able to head towards the bottom camps and start picking those up because the Raptors will be spawning soon. It is warded, so there's a world that Sheo just tries and goes and contests that as well. I mean,
no,
it's kind of scary.
I think that would be way too ambitious. Your bot lane, you don't have flash on your Lulu. And also, I don't know how much control Serin really has over this mid wave. He's got pushed.
Wei can get shove on Victor early. Absolutely.
Yeah, he can, for sure. Because Victor just doesn't, like, until you get the upgraded E, you don't one-shot the wave. So you're just kind of awkwardly standing there, relying on your Q.
But we see Sheo in for the back instead. So no, they still ping it out that it is up. Lyncas will also go for the reset, picks up the Sheen and a longsword and is back onto the Rift. No invades, no contests at the Raptors. It's just both junglers heading back to their side. So that is advantage for Lyncas because he gets the double crabs, meaning that he is accelerated as the Wukong. Great place to be. Huge spike when you hit level 6. And then again, a Trinity Force. And Lyncas is going to be on his way there expeditiously.
Expeditiously? That's a new word.
Oh, the Europeans don't know that one?
Okay. I don't know if I would equate all Europeans.
Well, you're so smart, Vedius. I thought
about League of Legends specifically. Let's calm down.
Well, now we're
Geography, one of my weakest skills.
Geography?
Yeah, absolutely. I do not know where things are in the world.
Well, I said a word. That would be linguistic.
You asked for a strength and weakness, and I gave you one. Well, technically you didn't ask. I volunteered a strength and weakness.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Smart about League of Legends, weak about geography.
Legs. Not the strongest legs, yeah.
Aren't you an avid gym goer?
I am. And I'm not ashamed of them. Okay. I'm just like, that's my weakness. Like, I could work them more.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, expeditiously.
Expeditiously.
Sounds
He's
very close to
6
expedition.
Than Sheo. Yeah.
Is that what it means to be closer to something?
Expeditiously? It means speedily. Quickly.
Oh.
Yes. Just like the sign is expeditiously making it back to lane.
Interesting.
There we go.
Well, that is a fun word for the day.
And watch, somebody in Twitch is going to be like, well, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it means with haste.
Oh, with haste. Oh, to expedite?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I didn't actually know that. I'm saying yeah as if I knew. That does make a lot of sense, though. There we go.
There you go.
It's funny how words kind of connect.
Because, I mean, the way... Oh, hang on.
Okay, Serin hit by the Arcane Storm. Fleshy coming in with the Magical Journey. No stun from the Cosmic Binding, so Serin's able to flash away. Lyncas actually stopping the invade from Sheo. Has a Cyclone. Sheo does not have the ultimate, and Lyncas punishes the jungler for the invade. Actually, no, this is an invade from Lyncas straight in onto Sheo's jungle.
Yep. So remember that double crab that happened earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyncas got another one, which means that he was accelerated, gets level 6 first, moves into enemy red buff, and after the trade that just happened in mid, Serin's not going to get involved. Serin's got to go back to base. So Lyncas with full confidence says, I can invade you, I will take your red, I will take your raptors, and now Lyncas is a full level over Sheo.
See, that invade was so expeditious that I lost track of which side of the map we were on.
I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dragon, though, come on. We got to get on that. Lyncas, though, has camps to clear on top side, so he does not care about the Dragon right now.
Sheo has hit level 6, and he's straight there, so looks like this will be not contested. Team Heretics also have a slight shove in the mid lane, and bot wave pushing in. So with the control of the waves, Team Heretics will take the first neutral objective of the game here, as Lyncas is just going to work towards picking up that Trinity Force and maybe contest later. Ice gets excited off of the Dragon, so Fleshy has to portal away. And nice early pickup there for Sheo. Despite dying in his own jungle, he's still eyes on the prize and trying to get what he can on the map.
I think Lyncas was kind of two minds there. On the one hand, he could have just made a sprint towards bot. All of his bot side camps were respawning. So it wouldn't have been bad for him to go bot, contest the Dragon, then start clearing from bot to top.
Oh, Naak Nako.
Oh, hang on.
He just took 2 turret shots there.
And he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He got his play.
Tracyn didn't have ult. It was because he used it to get back to lane. Like
You've got no mana. Yeah.
Ooh, Tempered Fate lands. Flash Binding on the way again! And Carzzy gets the kill again. 2-0 on the Caitlyn. Fleshy setting these up beautifully.
Yeah, the Vitality bot lane is smurfing right now, and it is largely being driven by Fleshy. I guess this is like a new Rift Band deck aggro bard is kind of what I'm getting the vibe of, you know? Like red-blue aggro bard where he's just going all in all the time.
Well, funnily enough, the cards...
Lyncas.
Okay, no, we'll get back to that. Lyncas use the Warrior Trickster to get away and is fine. Sheo and Serin don't have enough lockdown to actually stop him. His Gravity Field will just stop Serin's approach.
That is so annoying.
Get the minion. And then he gets chunked. Oh, brutal. And he dodges the maw. Nice.
Serin is sad. That's okay. You finally got the wave. Now your teammates have come to help. Are they really helping much, though?
I don't know. Wave just kind of took a laser and a Siphon Power. And now Sheo has Lyncas in his jungle again. Serin can't even hit this wave because he's going to try and back up his jungler. As the smite comes down, that's Lyncas smiting away the big one.
It was too early, unfortunately.
Oh, it was?
They had 45 HP, so Sheo ends up securing his own raptors. But Lyncas now thinks he can get the grubs, and I think he can too. They've got push in mid, they've got push in top. Feel like I'm going into a song. Fleshy has roamed from bot to mid as well to help guarantee numbers advantage. And things are looking good for Vitality here in game 2.
Mm-hmm. And we can remix that and publish that as the LEC song for this year.
So,
yeah.
We work under a very high quality bar, please.
Naak Nako will drop the equalizer down on the wave. Has Lyncas behind him, but can't quite lock down Tracyn, so they're just going to walk the way forward as bot side. Another kill for Carzzy. This time it's onto Ice, and a killing spree for the Caitlyn.
So someone asked at the beginning of the game from chat, why would you pick Jinx into Bard Rumble? And I think this is what they were talking about. When you don't have Flash.
We're very smart viewers.
I mean, Ice did Flash. Didn't help him. He got ulted by Fleshy. The trap comes down. And then you are sad.
Yeah.
So very well played by the Vitality bot lane. They are completely smurfing right now. Seems that Trouble's prediction of a 23-minute game is currently on track.
We are on pace. Let's get another look at that. Oh, yeah.
Oh. So they already got the flash out from... Oh, no, he flashed after.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even...
Okay, he's probably dead. Holy shit, Jinx no flame. They are so cooked.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I love this team, man. Every time we listen in on their comms, you're going to get a laugh.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, again, so Carzzy is fed, but important to remember at home, Fleshy deserves all the credit. Fleshy is doing all of the work right now. He very much deserves the recognition. Carzzy is very much just getting the last hits and putting the traps down after Fleshy finds those bindings.
Now the question, because Trouble said 23-minute game, but the bigger one on my mind is, will Carzzy have a better stat line from this game than from last game?
I don't think so. I think it's really hard to outpace. Oh, you mean KDA? Maybe.
Well, just stat, you know, in general.
Damage per minute's really hard to beat on Ezreal.
True.
Right now, he's at a very high kill participation. Lyncas solo kill. Yeah, he's adding numbers. That's true.
Number go up.
37.5% of the damage is rough, especially when Naak Nako is farming damage in top lane.
True. Fleshy landing another Cosmic Binding on the way right there as it looked like a potential die, but Sheo's nearby to dissuade the attempt. And another Binding from Fleshy. This guy is just sniping these left and right.
Which is crazy, because Carzzy's playing the sniper. That's Caitlyn's whole motif.
True. Var doesn't even, he's just got meeps.
Yep.
Who gave that guy a weapon? Throws down the Tempered Fate and another Binding, perfectly timed. Carzzy's not in range to actually get the damage down, but it looked cool, Fleshy, and I'm giving you points for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it got another plate for Carzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't put the trap down.
Oh, I missed that one.
Threatening it. But I mean, this tower's sure to fall. Like, there's no way. There's no reason for Carzzy to base. He can just stay here, keep hitting. Rumble ultimate pushing top wave as well. I mean, Vitality's just oppressive everywhere. 20 CS lead in mid, small CS lead in top, but the plate's giving him the advantage. Okay, Sheo looking for a gank.
Yeah, this is really the only thing that Team Heretics have going for them is the CC on the sign to set up the gank for Sheo, as Naak Nako will flash, still follow from Sheo with the knock-up, flash from Tracyn. They want to guarantee that one. Team Heretics needed something, and they at least get a gank onto the top laner.
Okay, so Heretics finally on the board, get themselves a kill. But playing towards top, it's not a reliable win condition. You need to find a way to get Ice back into the game, because Sion being strong is one thing, but I don't think it's the thing that will help you turn this game around.
And we have an item completed on Carzzy. We have an item completed on Humanoid. The carries are going to be doing damage, and Humanoid's actually the one that is able to go towards that bottom side. They lane swapped around, and he will pick up the turret. Carzzy wanted to back and spend the gold instead. So either way, gold to Vitality's side. It is a 3.7k gold lead at 14 minutes as the next dragon is the focus.
Ooh, so things you hate to see. Jinx here with the wave being frozen.
Also, Jinx backing when Dragon's starting up. I don't think they're going to contest at all.
All right, okay, I said frozen. It's being slow pushed. My apologies. Yeah, they can't contest. Sheo?
Yeah, he thought maybe he had an opportunity. Jumps in onto Carzzy. Flash over the wall from the Caitlyn. Gets to safety as they could not chain the CC onto the ADC.
My bad. Sorry, Heretics. I thought you couldn't contest. Turns out that you can. You can just press all your buttons. You can run at your opponent.
Yeah.
TP back to top from Tracyn to stop Naak Nako from taking his tower. But now you're going to lose blue buff for it.
Yeah, I mean, Ice could look to join up, but it's scary with Humanoid right there, and that is blue buff secured. Lyncas with another invade and another steal on a buff.
Right now, Vitality are rolling Heretics. I mean, high standards for this team, given last split. I think a lot of people argued that they were in the conversation for top 4. When they were in the lower bracket, they played against KC, who ended up making it all the way to the finals, right? So it was kind of hard to judge how strong Vitality actually were.
Yeah.
Losing to KC, no shame in that. But again, high expectations
closer
for
than
them.
the GX match with KC after.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're looking for a different trajectory this split. Only top 6, remember, go to our playoffs this time around.
Yeah.
Single round World Best of 3.
It seems like the focus is still on to Naak Nako, who does not have the flash this time around, has a teleport coming in, help him out, and the magical journey to get to safety. Team Heretics did not have enough damage. TP from Humanoid, but it's a kill to Fleshy, saving his top laner's life, winning the bot lane for the team. What can this guy not do?
Wei did not have ultimate to help his jungler in that gank. And then Fleshy, with another masterful play, protects his top laner and turns the play the favor of Vitality. 4.3k the gold lead. Fleshy now fishing mids.
Tempered Fate lands,
Traps.
and another magical journey over the wall. The Cosmic Binding not close enough to the wall, and now it's turned right back around. Way looking for the extra damage on the Fleshy. Sidesteps. Serin cannot find the kill.
Okay, Fleshy, you're kind of making fun of the... Oh, wow, a lot of stuff was thrown that way. But the bait and switch, you rotated back towards the middle lane, and he walks away safe. So well played again, Fleshy.
What do you do if you're Sheo here?
What do you do if you're Sheo? Oh, yeah.
This is like third time, fourth time up here?
You're right. I mean, he's not going bot lane, bro. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
That's not a place that you can gank. God, I mean, the bot lane of Heretics really just got stopped, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this didn't even do anything. Like he didn't even show up.
No.
They just did it by themselves.
Lyncas was farming. He had camps to clear.
Yeah, he solo killed Sheo in his jungle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far this has been a fantastic game from the Vitality bot side.
And also a fantastic showing for Vitality and the way, okay, actually we'll get back to that way. Gonna get caught out here and just deleted from Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, that is a roasted yordle.
Yeah.
That was quick.
But I was gonna say that typically with Vitality, the easy player to talk about is Naak Nako. A lot of people having him, even I believe you yourself have had the conversation of like, is he the best top laner in Europe? After split number 1, and now the rest of the team stepping up as well. Naak Nako will flash forward, roasts down ice, melting under the heat of the flame spitter as Sheo pressing guard to try and keep himself alive, but Carzzy got it into the wall. Wild Growth will keep him up. He's trying to heal, but he cannot heal enough. Multiple kills for Vitality. They'll trade Naak Nako, but they'll take 2.
Pick after pick, Vitality continue to accelerate the game. And Heretics are just running out of options. I mean, sure, getting a trade kill back onto Naak Nako is nice, but look at the top lane. The mid wave continues to be pushed.
Fleshy more. Another
Trap.
Tempered Fate, trap on top of it, and the Cosmic Binding to boot. Carzzy is unstoppable. 5-0-1.
Boy, I mean, this combo is so nasty. We'll look back at the play. So the Herald gets dropped mids, Caitlyn ultimate into Rumble ultimate. Naak Nako says, sure, I'll flash this. 350 gold in the pocket. He's now trapped in enemy territory. So Vitality say, hey, maybe we can actually turn this into a play of our own. Good ulti onto Sheo to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but he's got no way of escaping, so he ends up falling short as well.
I believe he had flash. He just didn't want to use it. I mean, with Crescent Guard and Wild Growth, maybe you think that you can still fight through it with the Sundered Sky, but either way, he goes down. It's a trade advantage for Vitality, who get more of a gold lead.
7.6k? Is that what I'm reading right?
7.8, 7.9 now. Okay, Fleshy is just soloing ice.
Fleshy, this is bullying. This is just bullying.
He didn't even go the Chad build, by the way. This is like the actual support, like what a lot of pros go. I'm a fan of the Chad build. It might surprise you.
So is Dino Dracos. You two would get on.
You go the Deadmans, you go the Leandries, you go Battle Bard. Fleshy is playing good guy Bard.
Dracos calls it One Punch Bard.
One Punch Bard?
Yeah, so he does Deadman's RFC Lichbane.
Okay.
And he just runs around slapping people.
I mean, the RFC, that's old tag.
So it's Q into auto, and then you
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's terrible, silly, but it is like Dino Dracos tag.
Dusk and Dawn Bard. Underexplored.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's explored actually quite accurately. Actually, I would say...
Well, you have like 2 procs in your W, so you press it, auto, wait 1.5 seconds, press it, auto.
I'm sure that sounds like a great Mayhem build, yeah. Sounds really good, sounds mega fun there.
Well, Naak Nako's going to drop the Equalizer because Team Heretics, they don't have a lot to do on the map. They're not going to contest at this Dragon. They want to look for a turret at least, but Naak Nako can just prevent the entire wave from doing any damage, and they don't even get that. So Team Heretics yet to crack a structure. They got the 1 early Dragon, but they have not gotten any other purchase in this game, save from a couple of kills that have been traded in Vitality's favor.
Yeah, I mean, for Heretics to win this game, they need Ice to have a huge gold injection, and they need to get a clean front-to-back fight that's 5v5, and Ice needs at least 1
Ice needs to live long enough to get that.
Yeah,
and
so
that's been happening on screen a lot.
So that's why it's quite difficult for Heretics to really do much in this game, because as
what else can they do?
Exhibit A,
any other ideas? Tempered Fate lands, but there's too many minions around, so you can't look for the binding afterwards. Carzzy didn't want to go for the trap because Sheo was there, so Vitality not going to find another pick, but Any other ideas, Vedius? If ice.
Okay, we'll go to plan B.
Okay. Let's go plan C. I'm gonna assume plan A was not to be in this
You want to
position.
just skip straight to plan C?
B was the what you had said there.
Okay, I mean, so there's limited audience. You could just run over and take someone's keyboard, probably. You just do that. You asked for plan C, bro. Like, what do we...
Well, because plan A is don't lose lane this hard that ice is this
No,
far
I mean,
behind.
we're past that point. If you're referring to the plans, okay, then you're already in this state. Here we go.
Well, maybe another plan is collapse on a
Humanoid on a side lane.
Yeah, all alone. Polymorph down, but they don't have a lot of damage. Okay, they're going to go under turret. It takes a village, but they got it. That's a shutdown. That's gold in the pocket of Serin.
The screaming was just so funny to me. It was like so unnecessary, but Sion was like, I am here.
Yeah.
They get a kill, and Humanoid, fortunately, stays true to his branding, dying in the side lane.
You know, it's good to have a brand.
Yeah, it's good to be back, Humanoid. Good to see you. I hear at the start of the split.
We missed you.
The downside is Heretics have committed 4 members to bot lane, which leaves Naak Nako alone top lane, and he will get a plate. There it is.
I got it. Nice.
Yeah. The problem for Vitality is there's not an easy objective for them to take. Baron might seem like an easy objective with the lead they have, but it is a little bit risky.
Tempered Fate going a little wide. Wade's able to sidestep that one. Flashes away, so the Cosmic Binding has no angle, but still takes half his health from one ace in the hole. The magical journey interrupted, but only delayed, as Fleshy will get back to safety. The rest of the team giving him the way out as the equalizer goes down. Big chunk onto Ice's health bar. No one's going to fall on either side, but Team Heretics message sent. They got to back away from their jungle.
I thought they were going to drop that Rumble ultimate more diagonally.
Yeah.
So it was going to go straight through the path.
I was very excited for a moment, but
yeah, same.
Slowed them down.
But Naak Nako saw something that we clearly didn't. The Baron. Start? Thoughts, Vitality? I feel like you can. We're at 23 minutes and the game isn't over yet.
They can do anything they set their mind to, that is. First of all.
Whoa,
Second of all, they are in a good position to just take it, so. Have to concur. Sheo's on the red buff right now as Lyncas hovering around, but he's spotted out. 2 levels advantage as the rest of the team collapses. Humanoid coming in, but he's slowed down by Ice with the zap. Naak Nako over the wall, and that is the buff secured. Sheo's trying to get out of there now as he's slowed down. They turn onto the Rumble, flashes away, polymorphed, but he's alive. And Vitality just still don't have enough damage to burst down these people when they land at the CC.
I really think Vitality could stop Baron. Are we gonna do it?
I mean, they can TP Naak Nako back. There is a ward on it. They have not swept it. They didn't drop a control ward. In fact, they don't. Oh, they have one in inventory of Fleshy, but he's kind of
where are the Caitlyn
traps
right
now? So it could come down to a miracle steal. I mean, if Sheo can somehow get in here, Naak Nako's gonna play bodyguard, try and prevent him. There's one harpoon that goes out. Sheo's now looking for the avenue in. Tracyn's taking a huge chunk of damage, has to flash. Equalizer onto 3, but nobody there to follow up, so Team Heretics, they delayed the Baron. Nobody goes down. Stressful moments there, because at any point, like, you're this far behind. If anybody from Team Heretics steps in the wrong way, if they get picked out, that game, it's just over. The game can just explode in a minute.
I feel like Caitlyn should have been a little bit more proactive with setting up traps. Part of the reason why Baron is so strong for Caitlyn teams is because of how hard it is for your enemy to approach. He kind of did something reactively when he saw some people fishing over the wall, but like, you just pretty much litter the whole entrance to the river and you make it really hard for them to get in. But Vitality back on the Baron anyway.
They're doing it again. Sheo's gonna have to find a different avenue in. Fleshy has the Tempered Fate. Cosmic Binding for the slow. The rocket goes in, and the Tempered Fate onto Sheo means that there's no steal attempt possible. Tracyn goes in with the ultimate, has to back away afterwards, as this is a desperation engage from Sheo. Has the Wild Growth, and the Crescent Guard has to walk back, flashes to safety from the slows. Serin gets some damage on the Fleshy, but in comes Lyncas with the flank. Serin, the ace in the hole, body blocked by Sheo, as Team Heretics have to find a way to get back to their base. The Baron picked up by Vitality, and they can walk this wave in mid.
They don't have much of a wave, though. It is very low HP. The Dragon is alive. Sheo, looks like, his goal is to get the crab, not the Dragon. I felt like that was a bit of an ambitious play. So Vitality will instead move their way back to secure 4th Dragon of the game. Vitality will take what objectives they can. Mid wave needs to be pushed, and it looks like, oh, Naak Nako's trying to pick.
And it's Ice with Flash. Doesn't even have time to use it, I suppose, as another cosmic binding, and people are just falling left and right.
Okay, yeah, that's one way to win a game. Just get 2 kills, get Dragon, win game. Yeah, okay, cool.
Vitality picked up their fly swatters, started swatting down the bugs. Ice falls, Sheo falls, and with this Baron buff, they can just keep pushing in. This has been a cakewalk of a game. 26 minutes, a little longer than Trouble had predicted, but what a dominating performance from Vitality across the Rift, specifically this bot lane, as these inhibitor turrets will fall.
Yeah, I mean, masterclass Bard performance from Fleshy. He has just run the Rift. Early game outplays in the 2 versus 2, landing some really nice ultis throughout the game to set up for picks. Now with double inhibitors secured, Vitality should just make their way up towards top. They can still leave 1 member in mid, and they just end the game.
And I gotta say, the voices in our head, Vedius, aka the producer Finn, was saying that for a moment there, Carzzy was ahead of levels on Tracyn.
Yeah.
That was, ooh.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. No. Considering Carzzy is 6-0-2 right now.
Now, if Fleshy ever gets it.
Now, if Fleshy was ahead in XP, that would be a world record, I think.
Uncomfortably close to Sheo right now. But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's basically a formality here. With the Baron buff, you just walk in, you take these next turrets, probably take another inhibitor with it before it expires, as Team Heretics will have to mount a miracle defense. And it's going to be just that. As Vitality continue to poke down. Another wave coming in here. And Lyncas is threatening a flank as well. So Vitality, it's really whenever they feel like it, they can throw the Wukong in. They have so much gold in their pocket that you just have to imagine they will by default win the team fight.
Yeah, I mean, Vitality at this rate don't even need to team fight. They can just hit whatever's in front of them. It will fall, it will die. TP now coming through from Naak Nako as he rejoins his team, pushes in mid. The Baron will wear off, but it doesn't matter. The damage has been done. Super minions are already laying waste to the base of Heretics, and they will do their best to mount a defense to potentially give them a chance of turning this game around.
Temper Fate will go a little wide right there as Tracyn has the unstoppable onslaught. Could look for an engage here. You're gonna have to find the right target. There's flashes on a lot of members. The Sheo actually finds the insect there, but knocks Naak Nako closer to Ice, who's now free firing. This could be the first reset. Ice gets excited, but it doesn't just run straight at Vitality. Instead, kites back. They want to clear out the wave. It's Tracyn traded for Naak Nako, top laner for top laner. They're gonna have to find another reset onto Ice to hold the line now. That seemed like a window for Team Heretics, but Vitality, they just run away instead, and now they can look at this next inhibitor, or rather Nexus turret. No Nexus turrets left. No defense for Team Heretics. They gotta defend this 4v4. They have the health bar advantage. It's really just Carzzy that's trying to pepper down members of Team Heretics, and now they walk up, so Carzzy can hit the Nexus. Lyncas heavily chugged right there. Carzzy still hitting it, as Humanoid can now walk up as well. Like Team Heretics, they gotta find a way to get onto this Caitlyn. Right now they haven't done it. Sheo jumps in on Humanoid. Carzzy just almost one shot's away. Goes godlike to close out the series. GG, Vitality take it.
Impressive stuff from the Vitality bottom lane. They simply dominated Ice and Way straight up in the 2 versus 2. They found multiple duo kills. And their lead is pretty much what set up the success for the rest of the game. Lyncas could make his invade because of the double crabs that he got off the back of his bot lane. The pressure that Humanoid had was super impressive. And yeah, I mean, while a lot of the conversation has been about Naak Nako, the reality is that this team is just, there's a lot of pieces that are very scary for Vitality.
It's not just the top lane that's impressive. Carzzy and Fleshy crushed that bot lane. Vote on your player of the series. Oh, man, I know this is one of those ones. Carzzy's KDA was crazy, his damage was crazy, but Fleshy set him up for it, so it's tough to know who really deserves it at the end of the day, but I think I'm not disappointed either way.